Hey guys, no introduction needed, let's just get into it. First up, we have the PlayStation Portable. The settings menu is alright and isn't very cluttered, but as we will see later with the PlayStation 3, there are just so many sub-menus that go on and on and on, but it's not just as bad as the PS3, so for that I'll give it a 6 out of 10. For it looking nice and because I like the look of the XMB. Next up is the Wii. It looks like ass, feels like ass, and takes forever for it to do anything, and let's be honest, no kid is going to understand how to do anything on the Wii settings. Oh, and fun fact, did you know that the Wii settings run on fucking HTML? Yeah, that's right, and that's also why the buttons become blue when you highlight them as well. For how unintuitive this menu is, I'll give it a 2 out of 10, a 2 because I am biased and I grew up with the Wii. Next up is the 3DS, which is probably the holy grail of system settings. It's nearly organized in 5 different categories, which anybody can understand, and you also even get a guide for the Wi-Fi settings, which is great. All of the categories are straight to the point, and by just looking at them, you know what settings to expect from them. By that, I'll give the 3DS an 8 out of 10. I would have given it a 10 out of 10 if it wasn't as slow as it is, but it really can be helped since it's quite an old console by now. Next up is the PlayStation 3, which does the same as the PlayStation Portable, but fucks it up even more, of course, since it's a home console. There are a lot more stuff to configure, and once again, the sub-menus that go on forever. And everything is so organized that you don't even know where to look if you want to tweak a specific setting, making your life a pain in the ass. Because of this, I'll give it a 3 out of 10, because at least the loading times aren't shit. Up next is the Switch, which has a setting screen very reminiscent of mobile devices, but there is not a lot of stuff here and it's quite organized, making looking for stuff relatively easy. It's pretty alright, but I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I won't give it a better score because of how dull and lifeless it is, but it does serve its purpose pretty well. The video system settings do quite look a lot like the PlayStation 4 system settings, but on a smaller scale, which is nice. I've noticed that all of these PlayStation consoles have a shit ton of sub-menus and categories. They definitely have to do something about it, but if I'm being honest, it's not very bad on the Vita, and it's still relatively easy to find what you're looking for. I also like the design and the laser animations, and how you can see the previous screen at like an angle from the left side of the screen. For that, I'll give the Vita a 6.5 out of 10, for not being as bad as the other PlayStation consoles and looking nice. Well, that's all the consoles, and you know I'm joking. As a horrible mention, I'll be looking at iOS 6, more specifically on an iPad 2. I love this skeuomorphistic look of old iOS, so that's a plus. Anyways, the settings in here, well there are a lot, there's a bunch of categories to the left, which give a very general idea of what settings to expect. All the specific settings are to the bottom, giving a bigger focus to actual iOS related settings. And while although it does still have the problem of a bunch of sub-menus, everything is a lot more clear, unlike two other specific Sony consoles we looked at earlier. And everything is pretty easy to configure with some really fast loading times. And it's pretty responsive, so I really like this one. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. I won't give it a 10 out of 10 because nothing is perfect. Wow. And this also won't go into the final ranking since this is a mobile device. Well guys, that is my list of the best to worst console ratings. The 2DS takes into account, so good job Nintendo. Maybe if you guys weren't greedy assholes it would have gotten a better score, but for now, this will do just fine. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and make sure to comment so this can reach the algorithm. And let me know what other videos you'd like to see. Okay, goodbye. So yeah, like, comment, now! Goodbye.